The idiom is, she was quiet as a mouse during the meeting. Have you ever noticed how some animals seem to move almost without a sound? Well, this idiom captures that exact feeling. To be quiet as a mouse simply means to be extremely silent. It describes someone who is making very little noise, or perhaps not speaking or participating much in a situation. It paints a picture of someone being so still and noiseless that they are barely noticeable. It's a very common and vivid way to describe a lack of sound. To help you understand the idiom, let's take a look at a short dialogue between two people.
Hey, how was the big team meeting today?
It was interesting. Sarah was quiet as a mouse the whole time.
Really? A mouse? Did she actually bring a tiny mouse to the meeting or something?
No, silly. It means she was extremely quiet, hardly saying a word. She was quiet as a mouse during the meeting. Welcome back. Today's idiom is, she was quiet as a mouse during the meeting. Now let's test your intuition. What do you think this phrase originally meant? Was it to be extremely silent, like a timid animal? Or perhaps to be small and unnoticed in a large group? Maybe it means to be secretly listening for information. Take a moment to think. Here's a hint. Think about how mice behave when they don't want to be caught. What comes to mind? We'll reveal the answer shortly. The correct answer is to be extremely silent, like a timid animal. This idiom's origin is quite straightforward, rooted in common observation of nature. For centuries, mice have been known for their stealthy movements and minimal sound, especially when trying to avoid detection. The simile, quiet as a mouse, directly harnesses this widely understood characteristic. It highlights an extreme degree of quietness, so complete that one could barely detect a presence, much like a mouse silently scurrying by. Let's see how she was quiet as a mouse during the meeting. Works in different contexts. For our first example, the shy new student was quiet as a mouse on her first day, observing everything around her. Here, the student's quietness suggests she was shy and maybe a bit overwhelmed, making very little noise or conversation. Now, consider our second example. We had to be quiet as a mouse so we wouldn't wake the baby sleeping in the next room. In this case, quiet as a mouse emphasizes the deliberate effort to maintain absolute silence, highlighting the need for extreme caution and discretion. Both examples effectively use the idiom to convey a profound level of quietness, whether due to shyness or a specific situation.
Now, let's explore some related expressions. I'll give you 4 phrases, and your task is to identify which 2 are similar in meaning to quiet as a mouse. Silent as the grave, and not a peep, the 2 similar ones? Or perhaps loud and clear and full of hot air are similar? Remember, we're looking for phrases that also mean someone is very quiet or makes no sound at all. Take a moment to consider each option and decide which pair best matches our idiom's meaning. We'll uncover the correct answer and discuss the nuances shortly. The correct similar expressions are silent as the grave and not a peep. Silent as the grave implies an absolute, often eerie quietness for places or people, more solemn than our idiom. Not a peep refers to someone making no sound or speaking, a direct match for personal silence. Loud and clear is an opposite meaning very audible. Full of hot air describes talking without substance. For personal quietness, quiet as a mouse or not a peep are best. For intense, broader stillness, use silent as the grave. So, to recap, she was quiet as a mouse during the meeting means she was extremely silent, barely making any sound or contribution. This vivid idiom comes from the natural observation of how mice, being small and timid, move very furtively and quietly to avoid detection. It's a fantastic way to describe someone who is notably reserved or hushed in a particular situation. Try using quiet as a mouse in your next conversation to describe someone's hushed demeanor, and you'll find it adds a wonderfully descriptive touch to your English. If you have any idioms you'd like to study, please leave them in the comments.